Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it is bright and early. I'm still trying to wake up, but it's really, really great to be here. I think we did one about a month ago, and we had so much fun. So really happy to be back, especially with Krista and Raquel. Those ladies are like my rocks. Last time we talked about sidelines, and they're definitely my inspiration. So yeah, so let's start off with talking about some gratitude, which really ties into what we're going to be diving deep into today, which is mindset and attitude. It all starts with gratitude. I personally wake up every morning and I have this gratitude journal. I'm on blur, so you can't see that, but it talks about like every morning you go through your focus for the day, your affirmations, what you're grateful for, what you're excited about. And how you'll make space for gratitude. And then every evening, you talk about all the good things that happened today. And I really feel like starting and ending your day every day with something that you're thankful for, instead of like opening your eyes and go straight into the phone and chaos and all the heavy stuff that's going on in the world. Start with just your own self, and just taking care of yourself is so, so important. I don't know, Krista and Raquel, if you want to add anything about how you deal with your gratitude and start your day. Feel free.
I just either if I'm in a rush, because gratitude is super important for me to start my day, especially with a crazy tiny terrorist. If I stay grounded in my gratitude and the stress of the holidays now too, especially. So it's if I'll just grab like my little index card Rolodex here and just write down some things, or I like guided journals better for my gratitude. It helps me like organize my crazy thoughts better. But even like I said, like if it's just like a crazy day, if I like don't have the time, then I'm just writing down stuff, because it's super, super important for me to start my day every single day with, even if I just jot down a couple of things in the morning. Gratitude is just so, so important for me to stay grounded during the day. That's it. I'm still trying to wake up, guys.
Me too. Raquel, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I mean, I think, sorry, I guess I'll show my face here. Good morning. That really just like speaking it out into existence and being like I remember where I came from, and I always try and like remind myself of that, like, how grateful I am and thankful I am and like blessed that we are. And just speaking that into existence, I think is like by far my most valuable point on that, as far as affirmations and that kind of things.
Yeah, I honestly feel like gratitude is just as important as IPAs. And that's why I'm really happy that we're talking about this today. Before we go into that though, just like some updates for company updates and all of that good stuff. There's still that holiday PPA contest going on. Anybody on the board for that? Anybody excited? I know December has been one of those months that's definitely tough for a lot of people. But yeah, it's nice that Laval's doing these little contests to be able to help us out a little bit. Drop in the chat if you're in the running. Anybody? I'm not, unfortunately, right now, but and then we've got Activate new peach mango. I haven't tried that flavor. If anyone else has, like, let me know how it is. I haven't even tried the berry yet, but I'm super excited that we've got new Activate flavors. We've got the Desert Ultra is back, which is also exciting. And then Thrive-A-Palooza is coming up. Well, not coming up too soon, but hopefully tickets will be on sale soon. I know that I'm going. We're already planning our Airbnb and going to do a nice, like a little kind of retreat style thing. So that's going to be amazing. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later, actually. So what is the last thing on here? Yeah. So we're just going to jump in, I think, and just talk about the mindset, attitude, all that good stuff today. So again, we've got myself. I'll just do a quick introduction of the three of us before we go into what we want to talk about. I'm Alex Bordell, 12K with Laval. And yeah, I come from, I can get into my story a little bit later, but I definitely feel like my positivity and gratitude and all of that stuff has really helped me along in this journey. And so I'm just really thankful to be able to be with everybody and talk with y'all this morning. Krista, if you want to do a quick intro.
I'm like still trying to wake up. I was like, let me get comes in my daughter's room, sitting on her floor because she's sleeping in my bed. Trying to get comfortable at least. Okay, so I am Krista Purdy. I 80K/12K. Gonna get back there. So yeah, I can't really think of anything to say about myself right now. So are we letting Raquel introduce
Why don't we
herself,
just
or am
jump
I
right
just
into
jumping?
it, Krista? Why don't you just
My
start?
brain
Because I
is
know I'm actually like sitting here with my pen because I'm super excited to hear what you have to talk about
I'm
today. So why don't you just
excited
dive
too.
right in?
My brain is already trained to like what I'm talking about. So anything extra right now is just not gonna happen. I'm like still trying to wake up. I forgot my shake in the kitchen and I don't want to wake my daughter up. So going without that this morning. Okay, so I have been, of course my hair is gonna fall out. So let me see if I can stick this right there. Oh now okay, no, it's not working. All right, so anyways, I have been doing this new training on mindset because this has been a really tough year for me. So I just went through open heart surgery this summer, and believe it or not, that comes with more mental recovery than it does physical. So it's been a time. So I have been plugging into different things. Can you guys hear me all right? I haven't used these headphones in a long time. Good. Okay, cool. Okay, so I have been plugging into a lot of different things that are helping me like train my brain really to get out of like my fear mindset, that anxiety, self-doubt, all of that stuff that is normal for human beings to feel, right? But I needed like some guidance on how to do that because I felt so stuck, right? And especially going into the new year, guys, like we already know like January 1st is already gonna like that's what this month is really for a lot of people, is just preparing for like if you've been here for with Lavelle in like January through June really is the busy season, right? But especially when we hit January and people are looking for those new year's resolutions, new year, new me type stuff. It kind of like Lavelle kind of kicks it into gear and they can throw stuff at us left and right. So it's super important to like be grounded in your mindset and like how you want, like what direction in your goals too, like what direction do you want to take your business in, right? So anyways, that being said, in this training that I'm doing, it has really, really blown my mind. So I want to share some of the things that I have learned. And first of all, it's really like I've had a lot of guilt this year of like letting my team down or letting my customers down and all that stuff. And that's just normal. So like we really have to give ourselves grace. So we have to learn to anticipate and prepare that our brain is going to feed us garbage. Like it's just going to feed us trash every single day. It doesn't even matter. Like even the 200Ks in this business, the millionaires have that garbage fed to them by their brain on a daily basis, like imposter syndrome, or you're not doing enough, and your brain is just going to do that. So we have to anticipate and prepare for that and take our head trash out every single day. We have to do that for ourselves. So hold on, I got notes here so I don't get lost because I'm tired, you guys. So give me a break. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. What are we talking about first? I have a bullet point, so give me a sec. Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted to talk about first. Okay,
I just
all
gotta
right.
say,
Well,
I love you. You're hilarious.
I'm trying, you guys. But there's so much like I want to talk about. So, but I know I can't talk about everything. So I'm trying to hit on the basis that I know that everybody really struggles with, like fear. In stepping out of your comfort zone. Like our brain is designed to keep us in our comfort zone, you guys. Like are like, your brain doesn't know the difference between like standing on the edge of a cliff or, you know, walking into a scary conversation. Like, your brain is going to keep you in your comfort zone, and it is going to feed you like lies to try to keep you in your comfort zone. So we have to anticipate those things. So lottie dottie, I'm going to say that a lot. I'd say that when I get my lottie dottie next. Are you trying to get my thoughts together? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this is really what I have been focused on, because I have been so scared. Like I said, this year has been really tough for me. So this kind of goes, I'm starting my business completely over, you guys. Like, I really am changing a lot of the fundamentals of my business right now. So this kind of ties into people maybe that are just starting this, or really anybody, because I think that we all have this struggle with self-doubt and thinking, like, before we go into conversations with people, like already thinking like how the conversation is going to go, right? Like, they're not going to have enough money. Is their spouse going to go for this? Do they have enough time? They don't even want this business, like those types of things, right? So we're already thinking these things, but we're taking them into the conversation. And already like in our head about how it's going to go. So that's what it was like. This training was talking about taking your head trash out before you even go into conversations. Like, I know that I do that all right. I need to know in the, let me see if I can pull the chat up. Oh, Wanda, I love you. Okay. So in the chat, I need to know who feels like that sometimes. Like, when you already have an idea, like going into a conversation, like, oh my gosh, they're not going to have enough money. Like, we project our own scarcity into conversations. I do that all the time. Like, especially when I'm struggling financially, I just automatically assume so is everybody else, right? And that's not the case. Like right now, I'm like, it's been hard. This month has been probably one of the hardest months I've seen in this business, and I'm going into my 3rd year. This has been a really tough month, and if you feel that too, let us know, like, because you're not alone. Like, let's stand together in this, right? So yeah, I project my own scarcity and what's going on with me onto every, like, it's Christmas time, people are, you know, spending money on their kids, they don't have any extra money to put on themselves or their health right now. So I have been projecting that into conversations. Like, I'm scared to even have the conversation about Thrive because I'm so in my head that they have the same situation as I do. So I've been holding myself back from like with my fear. And so that's what I'm really working on, trying to break out of right now. And it's not an easy journey, right? Mentally. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull the chat back up, because I want to see what people are saying. So if I need to tip, yes, head trash sucks. Mentally in business and stuff. Yes. Okay. So, all right. Damn, there's so much shit I want to talk. So, excuse me, we're recording. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. Toddy. Damn.
We
I'm
got
sorry,
lots
y'all.
of time, so keep going. Cover it all.
I've literally have so many notes here. It's just so good. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to kind of read from my notes to try to pick up my thought process again. All right. So every day you have to anticipate that your brain is going to tell you to step away from that cliff. Like I was saying, like, your brain doesn't know the difference between standing on the edge of a cliff or like walking into a scary conversation or going live, that kind of things. It's your comfort zone. Your brain is going to try to talk you out of doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. So we have to anticipate that our brain is already going to do that. And don't be so hard on yourself. And you have to, so that's why self-development in this business is so important. It's so important. Not just like training on how to get promoters or, you know, how to get customers. That, I mean, yeah, the trainings are important, but like self-development, this is like, that is huge, because this is like, you are growing in this business, and it is not an easy thing to do. Like, you really have to work on yourself and your mindset. That's why I was like, yes, let's talk about mindset right before we're going in to the new year, right before Christmas. Like, let's get our freaking minds right. But we have to really train our brains to step away from those feelings of fear and pressure and worry and anxiety, and training our thoughts, my hands are shaking, y'all, so my phone's probably shaking. We have to train our thoughts to feel other emotions than fear and anxiety and worry. And you do that through self-development. You do that through working on yourself and through gratitude and through those things for sure. Okay, let's see where we're at. But yeah, me too, April. Sorry. They're a piece of shit. Sorry. Ba-da-da-da-da. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so before I even go on, I want Alex and Raquel to kind of share like what their favorite things are to do for self-development. Let me get my brain together.
Yeah.
Let's talk about self-development real quick.
I think one of the biggest changes and shifts that I've had lately with self-development is I've been going on like big walks with my dog in the morning, and normally I'm just like music, which is definitely powerful and definitely healing for me. But instead I've been actually listening to podcasts, and a lot of them are either like, just self-development, self-love driven or business driven. And I feel like both of those things are just putting like my mindset in that right place where, I'm wanting to try new things in my business. I'm wanting to make sure that like, my own self heals and feels good, going into both, so I can give to both my family and my business every day. I've been really bad with being consistent with my journal, but that is definitely something that, that helps. And then just practicing like, I guess, yeah, when those bad thoughts come into your head, I'm really trying to be like conscious about them and then try and figure out why I'm having those thoughts and then shift those thoughts rather than just like continuously saying those negative things in my head. Cause I definitely can get in my own head real hard. So yeah, it's just a lot of, I think, just being aware of myself and being aware that I'm allowed to go through feelings. I'm allowed to feel things, but at the end of the day, I've got to try and get myself back to the good place always. And so that's been a huge conscious focus for me these days, for sure. Raquel.
Is it my turn?
Just to tell, I think Krista just wants us to add some stuff about how we feel, things that we're doing for self-development, gratitude, and that kind of stuff. And then I think
Right.
to add.
So I've been going to the gym because I'm the queen of excuses. I will make every excuse to not get up and drive a half an hour to the gym. And my daughter has been pushing me, which is super awesome. So we have like been trying to commit at least 2 to 3 days just to get there in the morning to get our day going. And I swear every single time I do it, I feel so good, like all day. It just kind of gets those endorphins going and really, just switches my mindset, because I think that a lot of us can go into these like ruts, or where we're just like, we don't have the motivation, or like the garbage thoughts are coming in, or whatever it may be for each individual person. But really just like pulling yourself back and figuring out what is it that's going to motivate you, whether, it's doing something for yourself, or, calling your accountability partner and just venting to them to help pull yourself back together. I know that it's been a slow month for a lot of people. I'm also an 80K, but my tracker is sad. But at the end of the day, like, we have to continue that excitement and just like really sharing the positivity that we all have, because we have something that we're so blessed with. Like, this is huge for everybody. So I don't know. I always go back to like how fortunate we are.
Well, I love you, Raquel. You're amazing. And Alex. Okay, so I just spilled water all over my notes and it smeared them all. This is the shit show of my life, I swear to God. Okay. All right, so I got a little organized, not really, and I'll probably still go like crap, but all right, so I still already forgot what I was like, I'm going to come in here and I already have that first thought in my head. No, I need like 2 hours to get my brain working in the morning. All right. So when I'm talking about like taking the head trash out before we go into conversations, because I know at one point, every single person in this business have thought these thoughts that I'm getting ready to talk about, but we want to get to a point, like we want to be able to work on ourselves and our mindset to where we work on that fear and anxiety about like how we think these conversations are going to go, or we're going to be, if you're so stressed out about making the sale, or somebody saying yes, we want to get to a point like where we can go into a conversation and just be proud that we were like authentically ourselves, whether that person says yes to being a customer or a promoter or whatever. We want to get to a point where we are so like confident within ourselves that we're proud that we were just ourselves, and we let that flow through instead of, you know, putting so much pressure on yourself that you need this customer to grow, you need this promoter to join your team so you can start taking off. But like having these conversations with people that you're just you're fully present with people in these conversations and not projecting that scarcity and that fear and anxiety and pressure onto the conversation, right? And you know what I really had to work on is that selling is a bad thing, right? So I know that me and Raquel are super different, and like I can sign customers left and right, right? But I suck at talking about the business side. Now Raquel can sign promoters all day long. She is like the best at recruiting. So, so I have always had that scarcity mindset of talking about the business because of my own head trash, right? My own thoughts that I used to have, that it's such a stigma around network marketing, right? That we have to break. We have to break that, because this is just the way of the future, and it's changing our lives. It's changing lives every single day. And there's nothing wrong with this business. There's nothing wrong with sales. There's nothing wrong to selling to people. Sales isn't the problem. It's the sales people. So there's pushy people, but sales isn't pushy, right? Because we are offering a service. We are offering products that are life changing, that can help change the course of somebody's entire life, right? So that's where we have to switch that mindset there about feeling like, sorry, I'm getting I should have turned my notifications off. Yeah, so we have to, yeah, Alex, I have held myself back for, like I said, I'm going into my third year with Lavelle, and I'm just now working on this mindset and being scared to talk about the business, because I have been so scared of the word no. I have been so scared of somebody telling me that they don't want this, or their horrible thoughts about network marketing. I have made sure that I like block the bullets. And so my brain has kept me in my comfort zone and just made me not talk about it at all. Now, of course I have, but I was not doing it the right way. Like I was just like kind of making myself do it, but not doing it in a comfortable way where I felt proud of this, and I could just talk about it and freely just let it flow. So I'm just now working on that aspect of this. But we don't, like, right now I'm trying to shy away from saying, because I am guilty of this so much. I don't sell, I share. Like I just share my story. Like I just share what Thrive has done for me. I mean, now I have worked so much on myself this month that now I sell Thrive. Like we do. I mean, you can try to like tweak it as much as you want to keep your brain from like creating that head trash around network marketing and sales and stuff. But we provide a service. We provide a service and help people start thriving or help people start this business. And we can own that, right? That selling and network marketing isn't the problem. There are people that do it in a pushy and gross way, right? But this business isn't the problem, right? So we have to own that. We have to own that we have something with Thrive that is completely life-changing, that is helping people get what they want, that is helping solve people's problems. For me, it solved a lot of my problems, right? I had health problems, right? I had so many gaps in my nutrition. It helped me with that. It helped me be a better mom. Like, it helped me show up. It helped me with my finances. This has been my full-time job for almost 3 years now. It has given me a life that I could have never even dreamt possible, right? That's what we have to grab onto, right? Not the crap that our brain is trying to feed us, to keep us in that fear and scarcity mindset, right? La-di-da-di. Okay, hold on. I was on a roll there for a second. Hold on. Where am I at? I don't know. Don't. Okay, so these are the thoughts that I was talking about. So if you've ever thought like, sorry, I'm super squirrel. My team definitely knows that. So if you've ever thought these thoughts, before going into conversations or whatever, I'm bugging them. This is a scam. They would never go for this. This is too much money for them. They don't have time for this. They think I'm trying to make money off of them. I have some more thoughts on here somewhere, but they're not going to be able to purchase this. Their spouse will never go for this. They won't make the time. I need this order to hit my goal. They don't want the business side. I hope they don't ask how much money I've made. I don't have enough success to talk about the business side. That is one of the biggest trash thoughts. Okay, let's just go ahead and go straight into that. When you're talking about, I have heard so much, not just like from myself or within my team, but this entire like business, that people are scared to talk about the business side because they haven't seen the success yet. Or they don't know how to talk about it because they haven't made a paycheck yet. That is one of the biggest trash thoughts, because you have enough right now in this moment to offer somebody, like, to show them how to be themselves, right? To offer them a community of people that are going to help them like reach their goals and train them. Like, you have enough right now to help. Oh my God, I swear it's like somebody comes into the back of my brain and just like pulls my thoughts out and then leaves me like a freaking cartoon. Like, I swear to God, that happens to me like 50,000 times a day. I'm stuck here like, I don't know what the hell I was gonna say. But anyways, I mean, I know that you guys have heard that. I can't deal with myself. Have felt that or heard that, like, you can't talk about the business side because you haven't had that much success, right? You have a whole team of people here, and that's what I try to teach, or coach or whatever, is that even if you like the dream team as a whole, right? That's our team, right? We get to share these stories. We get to share these testimonies within here. Like I said, you have enough right now to help somebody show up and be authentically themselves. Like, because before we are trying to reach ranks and hit goals, yeah, all of that stuff is nice. But I feel like the biggest thing, like when we're going back and talking about self-development, the biggest thing and part of this business for me is the growth that we're feeling like on the inside, like becoming confident and knowing like we are worthy of the lifestyle that Thrive can and Lavelle can give us, right? Like, that is huge inner work that we get to do in this business. And that's what we get to help people do. Like, that's your first thing to offer. Like, you can offer to help somebody show up, be authentically themselves, and introduce them to a community of freaking badasses, right? Like, that's what you have to offer right now, even if you haven't made a paycheck right now. So la-di-da-di, we likes to party. I don't know. But anyways, that's like one of the biggest like garbage thoughts. Like, you're holding yourself back from talking about the business side because you haven't seen your success yet. Well, you're not going to see it unless you talk about the business side, right? So I just wanted to touch on that because I have I have really sabotaged myself there, not talk, even and I still have seen some of the success, right? And my brain, I have to anticipate that my brain is going to create that head trash. And I have to work on that. And I have to really zone in on what it is that I am offering and step away, get my brain out of the mindset that I need to get an order. I need to get my rank back. I need to do all these things, like my goals, my, to switch it to how am I going to help this person? Like, as I'm going into conversations now, instead of taking that head trash in with me and thinking they're not going to have enough money, it's Christmas time, like I don't even want to bring up the money right now because I know that they're struggling. Like, no, like I don't. Like, money is, I'm learning this in this training too. Money is never the issue. Like when you say no, like Krista, they really don't have money right now. How many times do we find the money when something is important to us? Like, let's get honest right now. Like how often will we freaking scrounge up some money when something is important to us and we value it, right? So money is never the issue. So what we have to do is find the real objection, because it's never going to be money. They will find the money and the time. Yes. So we have to find the real objection. So this is another part of this. I'm just going to go off in 50 different directions here. This is another part. This is just the part that blew my mind, because I have worked my business to where I have been dodging objections because we're not scared of no, we're scared of the story that we have created around no. Like if somebody says no to you, do you feel like you need validation in somebody saying yes? Like, does that mean you're good at this business? Like if somebody says yes, oh, that means but if they say no, like you suck at this. No, like no, let's change that mindset, because I used to think that way too. Like if somebody says no to me, then I suck. I suck at this business. Like, let's move on to the next thing. That we are scared and create anxiety and pressure around the story that we have created around no, right? Oh my God, I was going straight and objections. Okay. Super squirrel. Okay, so I know is temporary. Yes, dude, for sure. I can't read the rest of your comment, but that part, yes. Okay, so I have spent my time in this business trying to dodge objections, and I don't want to hear, if I can go into a conversation, oh, there's my daughter. I see her little feet under the door. Oh my God. Hopefully you can push it open. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. So, I have been trying to dodge those objections, right? Like if I can go into a conversation and somebody push it open, baby, you got it. It's not even closed. She's whining at the door like a puppy. There, you did it. Good job. Okay. Sit down for a second. Mommy's on the phone. Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right, cool. You smell good. Okay. So squirrel. Okay, so I have been dodging objections. Like I don't want anybody to tell me that they can't afford it. I don't want anybody to tell me like they don't want to be a part of network marketing. I've been dodging the objections because of the fear and anxiety I've created around them. So now what I'm doing, but what has that also created though, is trying to keep from getting those objections, is having people that join me in this, that those objections are going to come up later on. And guess what? That's when you're 2 months down the road, you're like, why did everybody quit? Well, because we didn't get to the root of their objections first thing. So that's how I'm going into conversations now, is I am showing up. I take my head trash out, all that fear, pressure, anxiety, worry. I'm not going in there thinking I need this, I need this order to be thriving for free. I need this order to, I'm trying to take, of course it happens, but I'm trying to take out all of that head trash and how I think the conversation is going to go, take that out before I even start the conversation. And I'm going to be fully present. I'm going to be fully present with this person, and I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to try to find the objection. So whether it's price or time or self-doubt or, they don't, whatever the objection is, I'm going to be asking questions like why, especially when we're talking about the like bringing new promoters in, which I think that, January is going to be a huge time for that. It usually is for people joining this business. They're wanting to start something new. They're wanting to improve their health. They're wanting to earn bonuses. So, oh my God, brain, please don't lose this thought. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So we're asking them, that's the word of God. I'm crazy. Why do you want this? Like, what would it look like? So if you're watching my stories and you see that, I have earned the auto bonus and I'm driving a Cadillac and I work this full time and I'm able to stay home with my daughter. If you are replying to my story because of that, like, why do you want this? What would your life look like if you were successful at this, right? What are your goals? Like trying to find out like all the things, right? Being fully present in the conversation with them instead of projecting my own fears and scarcity onto people. Because what that does is when we are finding those, hold on, where are we at with time? Because I feel like I've been talking for okay. She's trying to distract me now on purpose. So what we do is when we're finding those objections in the beginning is that we are keeping like Raylan. She's doing this on purpose though. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Raylan, chill, bro. So what we're doing is when we are looking for the objections first thing in the beginning, and we're not like shying away from them or scared to hear them, we're going ahead and combating them head on so we can help them with those objections. It's not an objection that's going to keep them from joining you. It's an objection that you can go ahead and crush that fear for them, or that, the thing that might be holding them back from jumping in full force with this. You're going ahead and combating that objection. So it's not the reason that they quit 2 months down the road, right? I think that part right there was just mind blowing for me, because I have spent so much time trying to get away from the objections or avoid them at all costs. And that's exactly what's happened in my business is I bring people into this that have objections that I haven't even got to yet. And that becomes the reason that they quit later on. Right. So la-di-da-di, I can't think of what else. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Do you guys have anything to share on anything that I've said?
I just think that's great. Just the whole know and mindset and finding out the problem and getting out of our own way and all of that stuff is like super powerful. And because I think sometimes we can definitely be our own worst enemy and going into things, making assumptions about other people. I felt a lot of the things you were saying about being scared to talk about the business, being scared that people don't have the money, like that kind of stuff. We just get into our heads that we're going to be judged for being, a network marketer, and like that's definitely been a huge bound or blockage for me. So yeah, I don't know, Raquel, if you have anything you want to add?
Yeah. So really, I mean, a couple of those things that you said, I actually encountered yesterday. I got put into a 3-way message, and they were trying to help a girl get her customer auto ship turned on. And I'm pretty, I don't know, in tune with my back office. And I went and looked, and I was like, this person's a promoter, you guys. Like, what? You're sending her a video on how to order a 4-week auto ship. Like, you need to be talking to her about a promoter package. I mean, unless she wants to set up an auto ship, but she wanted to order. And so, and she had a customer to sign up as well. And so I was going over, with my downline, I was a couple levels down, but I was like, you need to, and she was like, well, she just wanted the $150 package. I was like, why did she hit the promoter button then? You know, like there's a reason why she did this. She knows what she did. I mean, you have to click some agree, assign, whatever. She had been a previous customer. So she was like, oh my God. And well, I don't think that they have the money. And I was like, you have no idea what she has, and a lot of people have credit cards that they put away for something that they want. So don't ever assume that somebody can't afford it, and go over the different options with her. Like we have 3 amazing options that we can talk about. And of course, both of them were like, I like wanted to back out. Like they didn't want to bring it up to her. And I was like, why? Like, why are you, like, you guys, come on here. So I just jumped in the chat and started explaining it to her. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This like makes so much more sense, because a customer account looks totally different than the promoter account. She couldn't find the 4-week package on there. And anyways, this I sealed the deal on the sale. And yeah, and then there was one other thing that I wanted to touch on, and I just went blank. It was a whole nother promoter situation. But yeah, I mean, people do have money. Oh, the economy and projecting that, people everywhere are broke. Well, I had a customer up in Alaska that I was, she wanted to get the $400 package. And I was like, are you interested in promoting, or you just want this deal that I have advertised? And she's like, well, everybody I know is tired and everybody needs this stuff. I know what it's done for me. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Like you could totally crush Alaska. Like it's a wide open market up there. And, and I was talking about here and how the economy is, and that I know everybody's broke, but we're about to go into busy season. And she was like, the economy's not bad here. She's like, everybody's still making really good money. So really, we don't know what the situation is everywhere. We know what we're dealing with on our personal level, but we can't assume that every single person's in the same position, because it's not the reality. And other states or countries are thriving financially more than certain areas that, I'm living in Northern California, and it's terrible economy up here right now. Like it just is, that's just the way that it is. But in other areas of the United States, they are still crushing it, still doing really well. So yeah, I think that we need to just remember that we can't assume somebody else's finances and assume that they have that $20,000 credit card put away. Give them the option at least.
Boom. Exactly. I saw something in chat from my friend Crystal here, because she is working on this mindset change with me. So a part of this was to stop selling from hype. And I really want to talk about that really quick, because we are getting ready to go into a season where there might be big bonuses or ultimate thrivers getting ready to happen with big cash prizes and all the things, right? So let's just assume that if it's going to be anything like last year, those bonuses, or this year, we're still in this year, but you know what I'm saying, pretty much last year. Oh, all right. Hold on 1 second. Draw me a cat. You can't do it. So lottie dottie. Let's just, oh crap, I have to do it. Cat. So I have been super bad on selling from hype. Talking about there's huge cash bonuses right now. You got 12,000, 40,000, 80,000. Some people, hold on 1 second, babe. Some people can't even wrap their minds around that, right? So they are buying into, so if we are selling from hype, sorry, now my brain is really not working because I have a little talking about drawing puppies. So I'm gonna have to get up and walk. All right, hold on 1 second, babe. Okay, so Lottie Dottie selling from hype. Okay, so when we do that, so this is the problem that I've had as well, is when I'm selling from, when I'm selling from hype and I'm all excited, like I got this auto bonus and this happened and that happened. And I've earned an $80,000 bonus earlier this year. So when people are watching that and seeing me sell from that hype, then I'm not explaining to them like the workload, right? That this is the journey that I'm on. The whole point of this is building a sustainable business where people aren't falling off later on because they thought that they were just going to come in here and share their story and have their phone in their hand and and share their, hey, oh my God, y'all, I knew this was going to go to crap as soon as you look up. There's a lot of growling in the morning. So anyways, maybe I'll just take her outside. Okay, so we're just gonna walk anywhere we can right now. All right. So when I know that this is so chaotic right now, so I don't know if she's gonna let me do this.
Okay, I can, one of us can jump in and then you can finish off. It's all good. We're all
yeah,
kids, right?
Yeah.
Raquel, did you want to talk about conference and stuff, or do you want me to share my stuff first?
Yeah, I think that if you have any means of getting to conference, you absolutely should do everything in your power to get there, because I went for the first time this year. Of course, last year was not available to any of us. It was rescheduled. And then the year prior, I had joined right after conference. And I remember the hype of everybody coming out of conference and talking about it. And just like, it was so exciting, that we all got our tickets for the following year and then we couldn't go. So when we all went this year, I think there was like 11 promoters on my team that all were able to go. And just grabbing onto those golden nuggets, meeting people that you've been, admiring over the last year or whatever long, and just being able to like go face to face in a room with a ton of thrivers, that is a game changer for your business. Like, it was just so amazing to run into so many people and to watch those 200Ks and millionaires walking that stage. Just shows you how possible it really is, because we're all the same. We all came from somewhere, but it's up to us to follow our dreams and the vision that we had when we jumped into this business. And I think that kind of just like reassures you when you get there, and to just be able to bring, your team, if you can bring your team, if you have a team, if you don't, just go anyways. Like I swear, like if you want to level up in this business, that's where you want to do it. You want to go there, and that's, you will see the growth in your business. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited to go. Yeah, I think I'm the only one from my team going, because I'm on Vancouver Island in Canada. It's like, it's so freaking far to go there, but I'm stoked. I just think being able to connect with other thrivers and learn from people and all of that, it's going to be really empowering. So we don't have a lot of time left. I'm going to quickly go through. I wanted to kind of talk about mindset, like the roller coaster of attitude in my experience in this business. So when I found Thrive, I had an accident. I have a mild TBI. So after getting diagnosed with that, my mindset was absolute crap. And that left me like in a really, really bad place in life. I hated my job. I was not present with my kids. I was, just totally felt like crap. And that like touched all of my relationships. It touched my business. It touched everything. And so when I found Thrive and tried it, my mindset was like, this stuff's crap. I was like such an anti-MLM person. I don't even know why I said yes. I think because it was Kayla Rose Oliver, and I don't think you can say no to her. Yeah, so when I tried it, that after feeling better and being around all these positive people, my mindset really shifted. And when I came into this, I was like full on ignorance on fire, went hard into the business. And so I I did all the VIP 800, ranked 4K in my first month, like did all these great things because my head was in a great spot. Like I found something I was good at. I'm finally happy. And then everything, all my relationships and my business and everything fell into place in alignment with how I felt about myself and how I felt about my life. And then I continued that growth. And so I continued to feel good. But honesty time, when I hit that 12K, and I, started to recruit, because I really didn't recruit until about 3 months into the business. And it was around this time last year that I finally, got some people to join the team. But then I got to that mindset of like, sweet, like I did my thing. Now it's your guys' turn, right? And it's hard to admit that, but I was like, okay, so basically in my head, all I can do is up. And instead of having that mindset of like positivity and just feeling good about yourself, I almost got to that like cocky, nothing can stop me, and not in a constructive way, right? And so when I went into January and into bonuses, I was so focused on I was still focused on helping my team and doing all those things, but I lost like my own momentum, my personal business. I poured myself only into my team and not into myself. And then, so when bonuses happened, I came up short because my head, like, even though it wasn't in like a bad place, it still wasn't in a great place. And then I got super frustrated because again, in my head, I'm like, I was trying to get 40K and I'm in my head, I was 40K and I couldn't understand why I wasn't there. And so I got into a very like frustrated place and I felt like, super alone and like I wasn't good enough. And then all of those things started happening. And so I didn't rank up and I still haven't. It's been over a year of 12K and I still haven't gotten to that 40K, which is really hard on my own, self-worth and all of that stuff. And then when we got to summer, there's a lot of like checkout, right? And for me, I needed that auto bonus. I'm super competitive and I wasn't going to give up on any of those, the lifestyle getaways, even though I couldn't go on any of them. I still wanted to be one of those people that earned it. And so again, mindset shifted and I was all in and I ran and I did everything that I could for my own business because, when people check out, if you're pouring all of your time and your heart into getting people to want it as bad as you do, you're just going to chase that over and over again, right? So you can only really be there for yourself. So through the summer, I was like, Alex, just crazy running, trying to like talk to everyone, spread my word, doing my IPAs, and I never lost that 12K, not once. And I continued to get my auto bonus and I continued to work on my own self-development, show up for myself and just be a good leader and hope to God that people wanted to follow. And so now, then came September and everybody joined back on and the momentum was really good. And then this month, December, this has been fun. I had personal life, some really, really heavy, I'm going to cry, heavy stuff that happened this month. And I checked out real hard for my first time ever in this business to work on my own self-healing. And I think it's really important to recognize that when you go through something, you do have to allow yourself that time. You have to allow yourself to heal and feel the feelings and go through the motions and do all this stuff. But just don't stay down for long because my mindset was in a really, really bad place. I just kind of, I had to leave my business a little bit and make myself okay so that when I came back, I could give to those people again and give to myself again. So I gave myself the time, but man, it is amazing when you check out like that. It's like this parallel in your business. When you are in that right place and treating yourself and your body and your mind really well, it's like this parallel with your business. Like it goes together, right? When you're when you have that positive direction. So when I checked out, it was like my business went to crap this month. And I could have laid down and just been like, screw it. Like I'm probably not going to hit my auto bonus this month for the first time in a year and a half. That sucks. But instead of staying down and instead of feeling sorry for myself and instead of feeling like crap and just not getting back up and making myself better, I did it. I came back. I'm dealing with my shit and I'm pouring into myself and pouring into my team. And in the last week, like I've just signed 2 new promoters. So I went from like zero, nothing going on in my business, really struggling, to being like, okay, get yourself in there. And then again, I'm trying to get my mindset going and my business is coming along with it. So maybe I'm not going to get where I want to be, but I still have some like absolutely amazing people that I've just joined on. Samantha's actually on right now. So she joined like right in the middle of my chaos. And she just hit that VIP 800 in 5 days. So I'm super freaking proud of this girl. She's well on her way to that VIP 1600 too. And so it just shows like, get your head out of your butt as soon as you can. Like feel your feelings, get into there, but then get yourself back. Always focus on getting yourself back to that good place. Because just because one bad thing happened or whatever, it doesn't mean that your whole world needs to fall apart and you can't climb back up. So like go through the motions, but always climb back out of it. Because I'm so excited for what January brings, because I'm really focused on, that health and mental health and all of that stuff. And I see the momentum going and I see what January is going to bring. And I'm super pumped and thankful. So that's the really fast version of what I wanted to talk about. I think that's kind of it for me. I think I really do feel like, your mindset and your attitude and what you bring to the table is really going to reflect your business. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say is a lot of my ignorance on fire and, story sharing and all of that, it really does come from lives, because like, yes, your mindset is important, your attitude is important, but if people aren't seeing that about you, it's not contagious, right? Like surround yourself with people that are positive, surround yourself with people that empower you, surround yourself with like-minded people that, believe in like the bigger picture and what this business can do. Like those should be your people. And then show up with lives in your stories or on Facebook or belly to belly or whoever, and just like share who you are. Because if you're feeling good and you're hiding from the world, then you're not going to have that parallel success, because you need people to see how you're feeling and for them to kind of, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm still trying to wake up too, but
You're amazing, Alex. I'm like, damn, I should have stopped talking a long time ago, because I'm sitting here like super like all into what you're saying. So I just love you.
Crying. It's fine.
I love you so much, and everything you said, I concur. Absolutely everything. So I love you.
I think we could probably spend like 2 hours talking about mindset, because I honestly believe that is like your number one IPA. Number one, your mindset and your attitude. Like you are in control of your own path. Like, of course you can't be like, I'm going to make $1 million tomorrow and do that. But like, if you are reasonable with your own goals and your own self and what you want, and you take care of yourself, I mean, that's what we're in health and wellness. And that doesn't end with your body. Like your body and your mind need to be connected, and they need to have like that path and that purpose. All right. Well, we're like out of time. So maybe we'll have to do this, get up at 3 a.m. and do this all again.
Anytime soon.
Right? Yeah, no, I know. So I'm just going to quickly end it off. Sorry, Raquel, I know, do we want to go longer? Like, do you have more that you want to talk about, Raquel?
I think that there was a lot of amazing points that were pushed out here, and anybody that is pushing for Punta Cana, do not stop. The ticker is not over. Like I've got a couple girls that are still pushing. Those getaways are life-changing. I mean, just yesterday, I finally qualified for the free airfare. So don't count yourself out. Keep pushing. You know, if you don't make it this time, make sure you do next time.
Absolutely. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to go this time. This will be, I think, my 4th lifestyle getaway. And BC, where I'm at, we've just closed our gyms as of yesterday, and like everything's going like for COVID again. So I'm like, no. But anyway, I hope that we can do it. So yes, we got to do, if anybody hasn't won a prize on the Vibe Tribe, put in the comments now. Shannon's going to be doing a prize draw. So just put me if you've never won in any of these mornings. Yay. Good. We got some people going on there. And then we have somebody doing the 100 Days of Peace reading. And I'm sorry, I know I know that our hours is up, but
it's a different reading, but
it's a different reading.
yes,
Sorry.
Tiffany Adicott's going to be reading.
Okay, awesome.
All right, you guys, continue living well. You are confident in who you are and the good you are doing. With that confidence, step by step, you're able to make real progress. You don't need the praise of others, and you're not discouraged by being ignored or maligned with confidence. With purpose, you keep on going. That going is not always easy, yet neither is it impossible. With one sincere effort, and then the next, you make your way forward. You enjoy the success and growth and strength in wisdom and fortitude from the mistakes and defeats you've learned long ago to be thankful for every experience. For you, living well is not a matter of how you appear to others. It is being faithful to the truth that you know is within you. Every day, in every circumstance, with every person you encounter, you discover new opportunities to strengthen that faith, to live that truth. This is your time. Here is your place to continue living well. Ralph Marston.
Amazing. I can't remember, Shannon, if I pick a winner or if you do that later.
You sure do.
I do. Okay. Oh God. All right. I'm just going to randomly. Oh, that's awesome. Samantha. Samantha Philgate. You are the winner.
Just message me in Messenger. My last name is Cochran, Cochran, and I will get you the graphic. If you are on here and you have one in the past and have not yet received your gift, Lisa, just give her some grace. She's gone through moving and her being sick, her kids being sick, so much on her plate. She is going to be getting all gifts out shortly after the first of the year. So thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for having us on today. And I just hope that everybody goes into their day with that positive mindset, and just keep, seeing that light and keep pushing, because I know that 2021 and 2020 has been really hard for a lot of people. So I hate that this is your year thing, but I really feel like we can just go into January with a positive mindset and a full heart, and we've got this.